have a very amazing gentleman. Now, something I told you, I think I posted this on my Facebook yesterday. For all of you who follow me on Facebook, that is Uncle Mike the Baker page. I wouldn't say my channel, page. I posted that I met him one day during high school ministry. That was many years ago because, manze, and we connected there. And then many years later, we connected on Facebook, and our journey has brought us to this day. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about none other than Mr. Dice Kega.
What's up? Thank you very
sana.
much for having me here.
Karibu sana, bro.
Shukran sana.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you here today.
It's a pleasure being here.
Mimi nimekuwa nikilongea hii siku ifike.
Unaongea wewe, mimi.
And I'm excited that you're here, and I'm excited that you're in Limuru. Limuru umekuonaje, unaona kama
kwanza story ya Njeve, wacha tuseme tu hapo hivyo, Njeve ndio mingi, lakini I think it's cold everywhere, but Limuru is a little bit excessively cold. But tumezoea.
Baridi inakuwa made in Limuru, so
nimetoka place inaitwa Nyahururu Shamata, sasa baridi huko ni mingi pia.
Oh, yeah. Kama umetoka Shamata, basi hapa hivi ni Sosa. Yeah, man.
Thank you, man.
Karibu sana, Dice.
Nashukuru sana,
man. I'm excited to have you here today. I'm excited that finally I get to have you on this show. And many years later, after high school ministry, tushakuwa family man, and here we are. Look at God.
Finally, our paths crossed again.
Yeah, man. And how have you been, bro?
Over the past few years, I've been doing well. Let me just say, I'm happy. Kwanza leo ni Father's Day, mazi.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
You're a dad as well.
Yeah, man.
So happy Father's Day to you too as well.
Pia hata wale watoto wako mbali, happy Father's Day to you.
That's true. So I've been well. God has been very faithful. To decide as much as tunafanya muziki bado and also traveling for ministry. We decide to look for other things that zenye zitatusaidia tukiwa na mafamilia pia. Not that muziki iko inatusaidia ama itusaidii. But unajua lazima ushikilie pia kitu kingine.
I can't believe umesema muziki hivyo.
Muziki usaidia but
kuna bahali inafika
inabidi tulie.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited today that today is Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you very much.
And looking at you many years later, Maze, I can see what God is doing in your life. And I mean, who thought that one day tutakuja kukati pamoja hivi?
Who thought?
Do you imagine that day when we did high school, that particular day, the last time we did high school mission together in Gilgil?
In Gilgil, yeah.
Nakumbuka?
Yeah, nakumbuka hiyo shule.
I actually still have a photo of that day.
For real?
Yeah.
Yetu nafuatwa kwa TBT.
Sijui nikutolee ama nigoje kwanza hata tuendelee. Naweza toa tuchome hapa sasa hivi. But looking at us now, looking at many years later, and coming to this day and to this moment we are in a season where there is a global pandemic and everything, man. How are you?
Let me say at first it was a little bit tricky because now as to travel ikakuwa limited. Biashara zingine tunafanya ndizo zikapungua customer. Kami the fact that we do photography. Kuna time ulikuwa unapata mazishi kuna waseka umeambiwa mazishi ni wase 15 wanafaa kuwa hapo.
Familia peke yake.
Then unasikia ati msee anakuambia unaenda unaambia msee si nikuje niwafanyie photography kwa funeral leno, unasema ai Dice watu 15 mazee tunalipia nini, tutatumia simu mazee. So for a while man ilikuwa unashangaa mazee, what next, what can you do then?
Yeah, man.
But God always open doors once others are closed.
True. I meant to sustain this far.
Sana.
And what can you say? As in sticking to still this pandemic, what is this season teaching you about you?
About me? That I can rely on God. I'd take this like it time when Daniel was put in a den of lions.
Yeah.
Ile suffering yote alipitia. Plus the Bible, as in Yoseme can also niliambiwa na pastor fulani that when you're going through the fire, don't tell God nitoe kwa hii moto. Tell God, walk with me through this fire, Lord.
Walk with me through this fire.
So this season, because pandemic bado imekuwa ikitumbua tangu hiyo time ilianza.
Yeah.
God is still walking with us. Hatujatoka nje ya pandemic, but God bado anatushikilia mkono. At the end of the day, I can say that God has been faithful when it comes to my family. God has been faithful when it comes to the business that I do.
Yeah.
God has been faithful that even today, I can still say He is Lord.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Wow. And how is family? How is family doing right now? How is your family?
My family is good. Okay, I have a 3-month-old boy. His name is
yeah,
Amari.
I saw Nini was it because
Yeah, so he's 3 months old, and at first I was like, wow, with this pandemic maze, guy, nimeleta mtoto kwa hii world.
Yeah.
But the fact that naonanga mtu yeye ana grow on a daily basis, he's not lacking, as in nime-enjoy experience.
Wow.
Nime-enjoy experience sana, and I look forward to seeing them even after this interview. I look forward to holding him in my arms and telling me I'm glad to be your dad even on this Father's Day.
Yep.
And I look forward to being even a better dad even tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, till the time that you grow old, and even till the day that I will end my life will end.
Wow.
It's a proud feeling.
Man, amazing, Maze.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining me right now, I am hanging out with Dice Kega.
Yeah.
This is he's a rapper, gospel rapper. He is a photographer. He is a family man. He also runs an online modeling agency.
Yes, I do.
Now that's a lot, bro.
Inabidi.
Man, by the way, speaking of photography, I saw something this weekend on the post.
No.
Beautiful young African girl.
Yeah.
Man.
That's one child who's actually a kid model in my agency. And anapenda picha hizo African sana.
Yes.
Sijui kani yema ni mamake, but as in venye naonanga hiyo nifurahisha sana, cause hata ikifika time ya kupose for those photos, as in she's a natural. She's a very natural kid, and I love working with kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, umeongea kuhusu music wasn't paying, as in what happened to, okay, let's go back to the music days, and then tukuja sasa kaa tumekuja through this journey, because today we are basically just going through the journey as we celebrate you.
Yes.
Because you're doing an amazing work and definitely worth celebrating.
Thank you.
Let me tell you, unajua back in those days the high school ministry,
Yeah.
sijui kama mwai meet mtu uliwahi enda shule yao akakuangalia hivi akasema wale kuja shule yetu wewe, afu unamwangalia, hata shida si alikwambia ulikuja shule yao, unamwangalia hivi unashindwa, ulikuwa teacher, ulikuwa patron, ulikuwa director, ama ulikuwa nani?
Nishaipata unapata msana kwambia wa bado wewe ni Dice, yani auchangingi. Kuna katu venye nilikuona na mimi namuuliza wewe na wewe ulikuwa, ambia mimi nilikuwa hiyo time as a form 3 form 4 maybe. Waso may change. Waso may change. Yani guys, I don't know if it's a rate that guys are growing old very fast. But as for you still look young like yesterday.
True. As in msana ku recognize hivi asema ulikuja shule yetu 2008 uko 2008. Ulikuwa director wa shule au ulikuwa hiyo?
Au ulikuwa kapu? Wendo ulikuwa ule mse wa Ruji.
And going back to those days.
Yes.
Those days ilikuwa music, ilikuwa that is what you used to do, like the core thing before society, before you evolved to what your life is today.
Yes.
Thinking back to those days, what inspired you to do the music you used to do then? And by the way, speaking of his music, he's a rapper, so atatupatia mistari in a while, but looking back to those days, what was your inspiration back then?
Just to begin the whole story about how I joined music. Now immediately I cleared form 4. Hiyo December nilikujua na rafiki yangu anaitangwa Mr. Boo. Mr. Boo is also a gospel musician. And Mr. Boo alikuja ka approach mamangu juu tumetoka place moja na huko hivyo Kirugoya. Akakuja kaambia mamangu, akamwambia ninafanya video mpya na nafanya na mtu fulani anaitwa Pilipili, na hiyo wimbo inaitwa Ni Wewe. Na ningetaka, since I started off as a dancer, I used to dance in their church, and akanambia ningetaka huyu kijana dance kwa hiyo video. So that's how I started music. I started off as a dancer for Mr. Boo, so we used to go for shows. I danced in that video as well and a few other videos. Then later it got to a point that because also when I joined, this is a funny one, when I joined Form 1, I went to a school called Kamuiro Boys. Big up to the school over there. But nilingia nikiwa mdogo ule, I think I was the smallest one. Nilikuwa naitwa Pygmy. Pygmy originally nilikuwa napenda uji, lakini mimi bado nika midget. So nikaona hii shule mse una handle, niliingia chuo imejaa wasi wamejaa mandevu mabuda, hata waongeangi Kiswahili ama Kizungu wanaongea Kikuyu. So mimi nikasema hapa hivi nitacheza na nyinyi. Venye waswali kamkuhando hiyo jioni mazee, nikaona mse wa kwanza mwenye ako kwa ile kona mazee amekama ameulizwa, form 1 umetoka wapi? Akasema place karibu na Kerugoya. Nikaona amechapwa Kibare. Wa pili akaulizwa umetoka wapi? Akasema Nairobi. Nikamwambia kakando. So by the time kushikanisha nini naendelea hapa hivi, mimi nikuja nikiwa nimeulizwa form 1 umetoka wapi? Mimi nikasema Lavington. Lavington. Na nimetoka Kerugoya lakini hapo tu. Lavington. So wako zile za unajua Kikuyu? What do you know? I only know Swahili and I only know English. Okay, dining hall captain. Akasikia hapa hivyo kuna kamseka Lavington, nikasikia amesema huo form 1 asiguzwe. Mimi ndiye nitakuwa father figure wake sasa shule. Nililand the next day ni dining hall captain, venye naenda kubai mkate naambia chorea shika avocado. Ma form 1 wenzangu akiosha dining hall nimefichwa kwa field. So juu ya hii bullying yote, I decided now the fact that I started off that school with a lie, nikajiuliza what do I need to do to actually show people that I'm actually from Lavington? Because you can't just keep telling them you're from Lavington. I started off by playing basketball. Then nasema yenyewe kila mtu anaweza sema, mzee yote anaweza cheza baki. So nikaona let me nitafute kitu kingine, so I used to go and read the Bible every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Then I know after nishamaliza nasema and that is the word of God. Nasikia principal amesema why can't you be like Kega? Why can't you be like this boy? Kikuyu ndio mlijaza huko. Nasema okay. But also later I learned that anybody can also read the Bible. So what do I do? Let me try rapping. So I didn't know how to write my own lines then. So ngoma kaile tulikuwa tunaimba our God is an awesome. So nikitokea Sunday ninasema our God is an awesome God, he reigns nini, alafu nikimaliza nasikia boy wala vini mnoma. Najua
points zimeingia
zimeingia. So just to cut the long story short, that's how I got now. With time I got now to start writing my own lines. So even after form 4 when I was still dancing for Mr. Boo, I also had a passion of wanting to continue to write my own lines. Because even when I was in high school I used to take the schools that because I went in different schools, I used to take them for music festivals for solo verses, and I could win. Because I was fluent in English and I was really courageous and brave, because I also used now to performing to guys when we go for outings and stuff. So that's what I did. So I did a song that's called Oh My first song. Then the second song that I did with a guy called DJ Josh.
DJ Josh.
Me, DJ Josh, and a guy called Hazy were the first ones who started the gospel crank in Kenya. So we did a first song called Vidole 2. Then I joined Hazy. We did a song called Born Again Soldier, which was a nominee at the Groove Awards. Then we won an award at One Gospel in South Africa. And it's been like that. So that's how now then later we started doing school ministries. And we went to schools and the experience was quite good. But then still, as much as I was doing music, I wasn't that mature still, because I'm still fresh from school, and I'm like, I'm going for shows, I'm performing. Let me call it performing, because then I didn't call it as ministry. Now when you grow older, you get now to see the difference. Now you see. True. So I started doing these things, and I went for many shows, and the attention got to me. So we got to a point that even the DJs that were playing our songs did not like the company that I kept. Neither did they want to be associated with me in a certain way. Because at that point, kuna ile kiburi nilikuwa nayo. So at that point, because we started off with akina DJ Mo, akina Hope Kid, akina DK, nini. Now unaona sasa mziki yako ichezwi, and now you're no longer being called for shows. So that's how we started now going to schools. Because you see, there are two types. There are types of artists. There's a commercial artist waiting to be seen on TV. There's a touring artist, which I am. And I learned that kauna kumbuka hiyo time mse Kanjero Gedhae hakuwa anajulikana, lakini unasikia ngoma zake niko zile Ben sijui nani Ben Gedhae, kulikuwa na mse Paul Mwai. So I'm like, hey, okay. So we started going for schools, missions and ministering. And that has been the life that I actually still have even today, because we still go to schools. But I still don't go to schools as much as before. Because at some point I saw that this is all about, I need to grow deeper. So I went at some point, I stopped music for some time. And I went now to discover my God's purpose for in my life, which I discovered is ministry.
Yes.
I'm a missioner.
Yes.
And I did that in Mavuno Church. It's called Mizizi.
Yeah, Mizizi.
Yeah, I did Mizizi. So from then, I decided, let me grow closer to God. Because then tulikuwa tunafanya crank. It was all about snapping and popping and all doing all those things.
Yeah.
But later, the type of music that I could write after now getting close to God and reading the Word of God, I wanted to do music that comes from the heart. Because it said, what comes from the heart goes to the heart.
Yes.
And I didn't want guys to just listen to the music where wanasema, yes, we can hear the beat, but yes, tumesikia hata Kenya nasema, but what's the message? So
there's nothing any that's connecting with their spirits.
Yes. So I decided now to try and do a different type of music, still rap music, but now something that comes from my heart.
Yes.
Something that I feel. Because every time I go before God and I start worshiping and praying, I find myself in tears. Because when I think about where I have come from, where we have gone the journey with just Him, the things vitu amenitoa, yani ninasemanga ni God pekee ananitoanga. Naona sina reason nyingine hata kufanya secular, because ulikuwa unapata unaambiwa na wase wengine si join secular na secular uta make dough, but it wasn't all about the money.
Then secular was popping, yani.
Yes.
All right. Sasa, man, you know, I'm listening to your story. I'm thinking about where we met and how we met.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, I just feel like people need to know where you're from. You know, we are now going through the journey.
Yes.
And one of the things I love about these moments is that we get to go through this journey together.
Yeah.
Even with our listeners. There are people who are listening in right now.
Yeah.
Wenye hawajawahi kusikia, they are listening to you for the first time.
That's true.
And I would love for them to know, you know, get acquainted with your journey, where you're from.
Yeah.
Pengine msee amewahi sikia Born Again Soldier.
Yeah.
Lakini ajui wewe ndio umefanya nini. And so it becomes quite hard. And you know, I always love to do this. And let me see if I can actually find that song. Because I love to do this. And when I started this show, I did a segment called Life After Mziki.
Yeah.
And it's gonna feature those guys we used to sing with back in the 2000s, 2002 hadi 2010.
Like in a gospel fathers, like in a cabaret and stuff.
Naangalia where they are right now.
Okay.
And just checking out their lives, wanafanya nini, what happened to them.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can actually get Born Again Soldiers. Sijui kama Hazy alitoa.
Jaitoa, haezi toa.
Let me see. Let's see if it is still there. I'm going to play it for you guys so that you may know. Yes, it's still here. Amazing. Hazy.
How many years down the line?
11.
11 years down the line.
Now, this is, I always like to do this.
Yeah.
Na mara mingi mi hit msee na surprise.
Uh-huh.
And I really wanted to hit you with the Mr. Boo. Wasa waona ukiwa dancer kwanza.
Yeah.
But then nikasema wacha kwanza ni chill. Let's go to where you started off, like pali sasa ulikuwa in your element. So,
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to play you Born Again Soldier by Hazy and Kega.
And Salim and Casey.
Yes. I want you to see this man you're looking at right now, pali alikuwa. Now, in just a second, let's get this one. Let's see if I can actually get it on this one. I just want us to walk through this journey together so that you get to know this is the guy we are talking to today.
Yeah.
And you're listening to this one right here on 99.9 RFM. This is the Spice Show, and today we are celebrating Kega, an amazing gentleman. We will be right back, but listen to this track. And I'll actually play the video so you get to see it.
kutoka BC. It's been preached, soma Bible, mazembona husky. No just salvation, soma word na uti. Do his will, saka mwamba maze as your lifestyle. Chapter prayers is the word, then prophesy. Christ got us from the mud and cleaned us. Got us all the devil's stronghold and freed us. Ukwele bia is supersedes us. Not intellectual material deceivers. Tutazidi kupreach na kuteach the word 24/7. We can represent Mungu Baba. Cool, what you speak is what you receive. And I will rise to the top, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever drop, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever lie, cause I'm a born again soldier. Born again soldier. Born again soldier. And I will rise to the top, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever drop, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever lie, cause I'm a born again soldier. Born again soldier. Born again soldier. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, coming like boom. Fighting for the truth, standing so strong, struggle in the battlefield. With the belt of truth buckle round me waist, breastplate of righteousness in the place, and my feet fitted with readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. So make us so all of them Christians come, cause the war is on. Forward we go, keep on moving, cause we got first and more. Never we go back down for the king, for the underground. As soldiers we are come attacking, and that's for real. And not request will back down for the 2-1 king. As soldiers we are come, as soldiers we are come, as soldiers we are come. As soldiers we are come.
And I will rise to the top, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever drop, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever lie, cause I'm a born again soldier. Born again soldier. Born again soldier. And I will rise to the top, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever drop, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever lie, cause I'm a born again soldier. Born again soldier. Born again soldier.
Amini usiamini, kezi nimeyokoka, maisha siyo maana. Kweli niliyaonja, mabaya niliyafanya, mpaka shetani akanikataa baadaye.
You can represent Mungu Baba. Cool, what you speak is what you receive. And I will rise to the top, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever drop, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever lie, cause I'm a born again soldier. Born again soldier. Born again soldier. And I will rise to the top, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever drop, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever lie, cause I'm a born again soldier. Born again soldier. Born again soldier. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, coming like boom. Fighting for the truth, standing so strong, struggle in the battlefield. With the belt of truth buckle round me waist, breastplate of righteousness in the place, and my feet fitted with readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. So make us so all of them Christians come, cause the war is on. Forward we go, keep on moving, cause we got first and more. Never we go back down for the king, for the underground. As soldiers we are come attacking, and that's for real. And not request will back down for the 2-1 king. As soldiers we are come, as soldiers we are come, as soldiers we are come. As soldiers we are come.
And I will rise to the top, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever drop, cause I'm a born again soldier. And I will never ever lie, cause I'm a born again soldier.
Oh yes, sisi hao hapo. As you can see, we tunaendelea mzuri kabisa. Now that I can see you there.
Yeah.
And this is how far we have come.
Yeah.
And looking at you then and looking at you now, probably naweza uliza,
Yes.
what has this journey taught you about yourself?
It taught me that I'm like wine. With age, I get better.
Yeah, you get fine like wine.
I get very much better. And it's been a very educative journey. Because even the way I used to speak to people before is totally different the way I speak to them now regarding my music. And also the fact that we could do that then shows me that I have a lot more potential. If we could do that 11 years ago, what about 11 years later?
Wow.
Much better. All about in the name of Christ. Yeah.
It's amazing to see how far you've come. As you're watching us right now, we are we are sipping some tears. We have this conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm hanging out with Dice Kega. Dice Kega is he's a rapper. He's a photographer. He's a family man. He's also he runs an online modeling agency. I'm going to be sharing his handles with you in a while so that you can go over and subscribe. He's also a blogger.
Yeah.
Niliona manze hapo hivyo umetuonesha how.
Yeah.
My goodness, because zile za ala sasa tuko fine living nini. And it's amazing to see, you know, this growth and this evolution and watch you come from hizo siku to where we are right now. I remember tukiwa high school, wakati tulikuwa fanya high school missions, tulikuwa tunauzanga CD.
Yes.
That was our way of survival.
I remember. Whoa.
And that was the only thing we could do. And then back in the day, unajua ilikuwa siku za magoha hakuwa, so
Hakukua.
tulikuwa easy, you know, you just go over, you do whatever you want to do. And then we also even had barua kutoka kwa Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, sorry.
Your time.
Yeah, we did have all those letters and permits za kuenda kwa mashule.
Nakumbuka tulikuwa tunaingia mashule, nilikuwa shanga yenyewe kila
Yes.
Sunday, saa zingine hizo ma weekend challenge from
Weekend
Friday
challenge,
to Sunday.
tunaingia Friday, unatoka huko Sunday. And
Nakumbuka.
it used to be amazing. Now these days mambo imebadilika
Sana.
Even someone who's listening anashindwa mliendaje mashule.
True.
But I mean, watching this journey, watching this evolution,
Yes.
and seeing you today, having come this far, you remember what we used to preach mostly those days.
Yeah.
Most tulikuwa ambianga students, akumbuka like that school we were in together, we were telling girls abstain.
Yeah.
Now looking at you, let's now take that message and bring it to where we are right now. How do you think that helped you evolve to the Dice Kega we now see today?
I think every message that we passed to those kids, kulikuwa na wenye bado ungeambia na bado wangesikia.
Yeah.
But ulikuwa unapata kuna wenye ulikuwa unaambia na wanasikia. Wacha tuseme maybe tusiite biashara, but usemekana hakuna biashara utajafungua ukose customer.
Yes.
So your time as much as tulikuwa tuna try to spread the word, hakungekosa wenye wangekuja kusikiza hiyo word na wa implement. So nilikuwa nafurahi sana ile time unapatana na msana kwamba you know what, you touched me.
Yeah.
And from that day I changed my life and I'm like this and this now. Knowing that there are people who actually remember you up to this day.
Yes.
Tell you came to a school. I'm sure if they are listeners here watasema hey, mulikuja hii shule yetu.
True.
You see, it helped me grow and actually see that helping doesn't just to be, it's not about ile unasema wacha nisaidie.
It's not about them, it's for you mostly.
Because na feel a type of satisfaction and to be honest unacheki ndio nifungue hii modeling agency. Then we only had Facebook.
Yes.
Tambo.
Yes.
So you could find it, ukishatoka show number, hey, unajitaje Facebook. Then you find all these guys are the ones following you when they go for midterm holiday. And up to date, like almost 90% of the people on Facebook actually people who saw me back then.
Yes.
And even when I decided to open an online agency, it's called Dice Online Agency. It's because I noticed that as much as we travel, it would be really hard for me now to open an office. Ndio atinaambia watu kujeni kama nataka kuregister because I have to travel as well.
Yes.
So even when I started this agency and I told guys online, you know what, I'm opening an agency and it will be online. These are the same people who actually came and started supporting me. Because they asked me, Dice, why don't you want to open an office? And I told them the reason number one is because I travel a lot. Secondly is because it helps me work. That's why it's called Dice Online. As long as the internet, I can work from anywhere in the world.
Yeah, true.
And also the other thing it benefits the clients I deal with is because tuseme uko Mombasa na wataka kuregister mtoto wako na mimi niko Nairobi. Itabidi atoke Mombasa kuja kwa ofisi sasa. It helps somebody who's also far away to do an online registration and I still market them. But I'm sure ile time nitawaget ya job na advert ataingia hiyo SGR mbio akikuja. So it helps me in a way and it also helps them in a way. It doesn't have to give them that whole process of coming all the way. And I'm glad that through these guys, God has used them to support me and through them I've gotten more and more clients. And I'm glad that the little message that I had for them, I can see them bearing fruits now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tupigie debe hiyo online agency. Who's your among all your clients tangu fungue,
Yes.
who's been, like you can say, one of the people who, let's say, the biggest client, the biggest model you've had Monyame, because definitely hata hiyo it's a place of mentorship. Because I see like that little girl, I don't know her name, but she's very young. Definitely when you look at her today, in another 5 years yeye ndiye atakuwa anavuka pengine Miss Africa. Who have you seen through
Let me,
journey?
how about I just say a few platforms that God has given us, because last year we had, in the kids section, we had Little Mr. Kenya,
Yes.
2020. Then we also has Little Miss Photogenic 2020. The year before we had Little Mr. Kenya Coast 1919.
Yeah.
As in, then as for these other bigger ones, they've gotten to work with different types of brands.
Yes.
Because you see, I normally in our agency, unajua wanaonanga nile tu agency mob unapatanga tu wamewaambia we'll get you adverts, you see, and they stick to just looking for adverts. But me, I had to actually subdivide it and show them that we are not just looking for adverts, because in my agency, me, I don't ask for a lot registration fee. For 1 year of marketing, I only charge them 1,000 bob, which is inclusive of free photo shoots.
Yes.
Na muambianga, if I get you a job that's worth 5,000, autakata, because you only paid 1,000.
Yeah.
So our first service is we normally visit companies in search of competitions. Then that's one way we normally market them.
Yeah.
The second way we normally market them is in those companies that we go now looking for those competitions. Now I normally book face-to-face meetings with whoever is in charge of marketing.
Wow.
And in every meeting we attend, I normally show them photos of the kids and models that I have, and I tell them that we normally act as a delivery service. So for us to save the company time, instead of them holding auditions or interviews when they want to do their next adverts, all they need to do is just give us a phone call, and we'll act like a delivery service and deliver them with a specific model or kid needed for that specific advert. Now the third part is where I use my music, because I do music. So I normally deal with other musicians who probably will want models or kids to be in music videos. Yes. And other than dealing now with musicians, we also deal with events organizers. In case they have an event and probably they want, it's a kids event and they want probably kids brand ambassadors and kids to be ushers, we also supply them like that. So you see, because we've also had the chance of working with Churchill and Company. We held an event and the models now are the ones I employed to do the job in ushering, selling of the merchandise that's there. And the last service we offer is something we call product photography. Na product photography ni ile tunatembeleanga maduka ama stalls zenye zina deal na nguo za watoto ama za watu wakubwa ama toys, na tunaongea na wenye duka. Na wakikubali tunawafanyanga photoshoot wakiwa wamevalishwa zile nguo wakicheza na zile toys. Then we sell those photos to the owners of the companies or shops to use them to market their products. Na ile pesa yenye tunalipangwa tunawalipa through that. So we normally pay.
All these shops, tunaona baby shop,
mshaona zenye zimechorwa watoi
wako hapo. All this is the work you do. Amazing.
So that's what. So you see, I had to subdivide it. Si kuonyesha tu client ati tuko hapa tu kukutafutia advert, because utapata advert ita take time. Client atakuwa exhausted, anashanga surely nitapata opportunity lini. So tunamonyeshanga there are other things that we normally do just to show you that you joining us is not something you will lament later. So that's part now of the Dice Online Agency. And sasa wenye tumework na wao ndio unapata Sunday nimekwambia Churchill and Company, kuna wengine wamework na Smirnoff, kuna wengine wameget opportunity ya kukua Miss Ruiru. As in ETC. Yes. God has been faithful.
And how does that make you feel when you see someone coming in and they grow to that height?
It's a very nice feeling, a very feeling of achievement. A feeling of humility, as in uko humble sana pia, cause unachikika wase ninaongeanga na wao si wase washainiona. Msiana kama na kutrust through the phone ama online. Na naona, by the way, this guy is for real, cause me I don't relate with my clients ile design ya professional ati hey yo, this is Dice Online, what would we do this. Mimi naongeanga na on one level. Na alafu tunajuana, as in sile uchukulia mini marketer na wewe ndiye mdosi wangu, because the client is the boss now, you see. But we have a friendly, as in ile experience, because unapatanga kuna wengine wanakujanga hata wanakuambia yenyewe Dice takudanganya, especially time ya COVID. Maze kaleka registration fee nililipa, kuna venye unaweza niokolea kitu. And out of your own heart unawapatia. And you see, there are others who actually come and join, and I normally tell them, kuna mtu atakuja na watoi 4 anasema, wow, Dice, that's 4,000. Imagine I don't have 4,000. just pay for 2, I'll pay for 2.
Yeah.
You see, because
Yeah.
it's not even about the money at the end of the day. Right now
You're
I'm
also
trying,
doing mentorship.
yes.
Wow.
It feels good to actually do something, because it said give and it shall come back to you.
Yes.
And me giving to them, and also just showing them that it's not about your money, it's all about ni mtoi ama ni client.
Yeah.
Na try to create foundation, na pia tukipata hii job, your win is my win.
Yes.
So let's look for what's ahead. Let's not look at what's here now.
Very true.
So yeah.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm hanging out with Dice Kega. He is an amazing guy. You can listen, you can hear his story. We've started off with getting into his music, how he started his journey on that level, and now we are in his modeling agency. And then we're also going to go ahead and talk about also him as a family man.
Yeah.
And today being Father's Day, definitely is important pia kujua mwelekeo yake iko wapi. You know, this whole month on the Spice Show, we are talking to men.
Yeah.
Basically just celebrating men and appreciating the work they do in bettering our lives. You know, the sacrifice they make day and night. They go out there, they toil to give us a roof over our heads, and to just make sure that we are taken care of. And definitely through that we get to celebrate this amazing man. Being a family man, at being young and being a family man, there are definitely so many things that he can teach us and talk to us about how he is managing, even in the midst of a global pandemic. Dice,
Yeah.
karibu sana man.
Shukran,
We continue on, and you're listening to us live on 99.9 RFM. You can also check this video on Facebook. That is RFM Radio 99.9. That is our page. Go there, like, and check out. It's a live video. It's ongoing right now. Also check it out on my YouTube channel. That is Uncle Mike the Baker. We are live on all these channels, and we bless the Lord for this opportunity to be able to hang out with a great man on this Father's Day Sunday.
Yes.
And I'm listening to you guys, and I'm looking at how far you've come. I'm looking at your journey musically.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at your modeling agency and how far you've come. By the way, that Kaledi really impressed me. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
really bless.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. And that
Thank
one,
you.
huo tu muangalie tu hivi kidogo. You're not going to be able to see.
In a span of time atakuwa ameenda mbali sana.
What?
Yeah.
My goodness. And then so now let's talk about today being Father's Day.
Yeah.
Let's get into family. How is family life? I mean, najua tulijuana wewe ukiwa single. Tulikuwa tu single hivi. Kazi yetu ilikuwa tu ni kwenda mashule kuuza CD
Na
kukuja home. Tunatafuta shule next the whole week. Tafuta ni wapi kuna
Ilikuwa routine.
tunatafuta ni wapi kuna weekend challenge. We hit the road and go there. And those days tulikuwa wengi. Actually, if I look at the entire team, ya wale wase wote tulienda nao high school ministry.
Wengi.
My goodness, most of them today they have grown into other businesses. Akina Ngashville, saizi ni machef.
Pasiti.
Nani Mr. T.
Yeah.
Saizi ndio tunamuita Pastor T Mwangi. We have kina Jogsi, kina Lena. Today he's actually Pastor Lena Ochieng. My goodness.
You remember St. Jemo?
Yes,
St. Jemo opened up a church.
St. Jemo, I remember we did so many crusades.
Yeah.
Nakuru, Eldoret, wapi, alafu akaenda South Africa. And
Okay.
then I never heard from him again.
He came back and opened a very big church.
I heard. Alafu kulikuwa na wase kama kina
Kulikuwa na Span 1.
Yes.
Span 1 now is known as KOB, brother ya Calligraph.
Brother Calligraph Jones.
Yeah.
There are so many people, man. I'm just trying to remember all of them. Akina Ringtone,
Owen.
Ringtone ndio alikuanga kwanza anatuchallenge sana because Ringtone place nilikuwa naundia CD ndio alikuwa naundia. So yeye alikuwa anakutia CDs na box
Mingi.
anaenda anajaza kwa Range Rover. Jamaa anaishia.
Na unajua time alikuwa na Celica.
Yes. Alikuwa anazijaza hivi kwa boot. Jamaa anaishia. And then alikuwa anaenda the whole weekend anarudi the following week. I remember one time tulikutana naye Bungoma. I think we were going to have that conversation with Ringtone. So atuambia yapo kuliendaga. And then we also had kina votaries, the votaries, then kwa votaries kulikuwa na nilikuwa naitwa nani, today he's the pastor in Lavington.
I remember votaries.
My God, I have forgotten, but there are so many people.
Akina Wanono family.
Yes. Akina Danko,
akina Verbal, awase wote.
Akina Kabasa, and you know, we are going back in time right now. And it's amazing to look at us today, and most of the people are family men.
Yeah.
How is family life?
For me so far, I think I have no regrets. No regrets. Kitambo nilikuwa nasikia msee akisema, especially when nilikuwa nasikia nauliza, kulea mtoi ni tricky. Anaambia mtoi ukamna sahani yake.
Mazee ilikuwa kaki.
Nadhani inashangaa sahani yake aje na mimi ndio naenda kuitafutia.
And once you got into it, how ni nini ulikuwa unaona hizo days kama myth, as in ulikuwa unaambia unaona hiyo hapo hivyo umenienjoy, and then today you're looking at it and thinking this is the reality of it.
Ilikuwa ile part, first of all, cause thank God I was there to see now my child being born.
Yeah.
Kwanza hiyo experience ya kumshika kwa mikono yangu na shangaa naangalia mamake na shangaa uni wangu.
Yeah.
How tiny he was.
Yes.
I'm like hii nitaezana kweli. First of all, kwanza wase ushindo akicomplain juu ya diapers.
Yes.
Kwa sababu sitaki kudanganya, hizo miezi tu ile kitu ya yuko kulitumia sana ni diapers.
Diaper, yeah, true.
Na naona mwishinga mtu akishinda akisema leta diapers, leta kitu kingine.
Yeah.
But other than that, the fact that unajua sasa then the mom was living back home with the parents. So after I got the baby, my mom tells me, by the way, unajua sasa huwa anataka kuishi na wewe sasa.
Yeah.
Niko zile mom. Sasa hiyo hata umejua aje surely. Nani alisema hivyo? Akaniambia ni ukweli.
Yeah.
Then finally they later moved in, and I was like, wow, now I don't have 2 mouths to feed, I have 3. If the mom is not full, the baby will
not be full.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at first niko zile okay. But through the hard work, ili ni motivate because ningekuwa kwa hao nitafungua tu job na ni do job venye nitataka. Nifunge ile time nitataka.
Yeah.
But with them I became more responsible, more committed to what I'm doing. And once, as in ile point nilikuwa naamka nasema leo acha hata niende nikule kuku, ile kitu ya first kuuliza kuna kitu mnahitaji.
Yes.
Ikanifanya more financially what planned. That even whatever I do, I have to know that there is somebody that I'm doing it for. It's no longer about me.
It's no longer about you.
It's no longer about me.
Yeah, true.
It's all about him, yani. Nilikuwa dhani itakuwa kitu challenging, but God amenitoa from this place. Mara food unadhania food itaisha.
Yeah.
Unakaa tu hivi unasikia simu madhe amepiga kutoka Shags. By the way, uende tao kukena nishatuma nguni ya chakula nini.
Yeah.
Then nilikuwa ile expenses za manguo za mtoi nini. Venye mtoi alizaliwa.
Yeah.
Funny thing ni alikuwa amebaiwa hizo vitu zote zilikuwa excess.
Ikabidi hadi mnapeana zingine.
Sasa hata sasa ndio ameanza kusi outgrow, ananiambia by the way tutapea nani hizo nguo.
Yeah.
Ambeni tutajua hiyo time. But hiyo feeling ya kuwa na familia ni feeling nyingine poa sana yani. Sidhani naweza describe in words.
True.
It's like waking up, nikaa kufanya nini? Nikaa ile excitement yenye unalalanga nayo ukisema umeshinda maybe jackpot.
Yes.
Ile unajua kesho ndio naenda hiyo check. Hiyo excitement unakuaga nayo ndio ile excitement muaga nayo kuamka na wana wako fiti.
Yeah.
Ile tu ninawaangalia. Una feel tu joy fulani ndani yako.
Hata unaweza kuenda huko hivyo nje uko hustle. Na saa zingine mambo iko challenging, but unasikia kale kakilio ama kakicheko ka junior kana kumotivate kwa zile za hata hii ni kidogo sana, siku ijaisha mambo itakuwa. And back in the day ulikuwa unaangalia imefika saa 7 manzi unaanza kuhesabu sija make any, leo ni kurudi bank kama kulala njaa.
Kama zile time tulikuwa tunaenda shule alafu mazee mnakosa kuuza.
Mulwai experience ile ya unaenda shule unafukuzwa?
Yeah, mimi nichaenda shule first mention hicho iko Nakuru.
My God, Nakuru by the way hata mimi nipelekango manze. What?
Kumbe hiyo chuo ni akatho, so wako na rally.
Yes. Yeah.
So venye tu ukiingia kasa wale wasanii wako hapo hivyo wanaulizwa what type of music are you doing? So mimi nasema me I'm a rapper. Kanaambia wewe juu na rap usiimbe.
Yeah.
So niko zile nimetoka all the way Nairobi yani na ile ni ile unajua hapo hivi ndio natoa fare kurudi home nini.
Yeah. hata wewe ulikuwa unapitia hizo
unatoka tu na fare kwenda.
Man, unajua I used to think hizo vitu mimi napitia peke yangu. Unajua most of the time hata tukienda na wase wengine tukwenda unaangalia msee unasema msee yako na fare ya kurudi. Kumbe
hakuna. Sasa hizo nimeingia na shanga sana tadu. Siwezi imba na CD basi. So nikasema kitu nitafanya nitafanya freestyle. Maybe atatulia. So nikaitwa on stage. My name's nini praise God. Nikaanza freestyle. Hata sikumaliza lines 3. Nilisikia wao father alikuwa hapo shut up. Get out. Get out. Unatolewa shule na kuna mashule zingine. Get out. Embarrassing moments. Na ingine na kina ringtone juu ya kusuka nywele. Nilichujwa hapo kwa gate. Tulikuwa tumeenda mimi ringtone Mr. Boot tumeenda chuo fulani hapo hivyo. Principal ndiye anafaa kuja kusema muingie. Akakama hapo kwa gate akasema you and you get in. You be left there. I don't like your hair. Nililipa watchman 20 bob hiyo time nikamwambia chukua mti. Tulibomo hiyo nywele hapo hivyo kwa gate. Na nikatafuta kinyozi nikanyolewa nikaingia kwa hall akaniambia now you look good come in. But those moments are always there.
Wow. Now here we are looking at us right now, looking at you right now. At this point naweza kuuliza swali moja to like what keeps you going all this time, all those years
what has kept me going?
Man, because God. Even today you know, even right now you still have new music. You know, that's amazing. Like what mimi nilifika mahali nikasema God bless me with a radio job, nikasema wacha nicheze music ya wengine, I'm out. So for you, what keeps you going?
The fact that God is not yet done with me. God is not yet finished, that even today, regardless of the fact that years have passed on, the fact that bado niko na ile passion ya kumsik. Ile tu ninamkanga nikianza kusoma word ama maybe kupray na feel yenyewe God, you still have a purpose in my life. The fact that watu wanakuona hadi leo wanakuambia bro, God has maintained you, you still young as you were years ago. What do you do? Nasema that's favor. Because I don't know what I did, but God just decided to do that on me. And the fact that I know that I am gifted and I still have not finished my mission about expressing exploring God's world, reaching people through my music. That keeps me going.
Wow. At this point I want to play a song that you've done. And I want you to pick the song that you have done so that we can
the last video that I did is with a very good friend of mine. His name is Mzee Mzima. Big up bro. We did a song called Ananipenda. He's a very good singer because most of my songs in my album we've done together. Ananipenda by Mzee Mzima.
So we're going to listen to this song, Ananipenda by Mzee Mzima. Actually this one, this is a 3-year-old song. And hapa sasa ndio unakaa sawa venye uko saizi. And it's and this is I played you the song he's done with Hazy. And I want to play this next song. This is Ananipenda. Now I want you to check him out right here. And then when we come back, we're now going to get into a little bit more, a bit deeper. So that to malizie, so that we can also release you. I know you have so many commitments, Leoani. I don't want to keep you here. As we continue to sip our tea and enjoy Uncle Mike's Mahamri, we will be right back, right here on RFM 99.9. Today I'm hanging out with Dice Kega, and here he comes with Ananipenda.
Wagwan.
Mzee Mzima Dice nipe dakika nikueleze niliyoona, kama ni tiba alinipa minishapona, Maulana alinitendea tena akanitetea, siwezi kusonga mbali naye, milele ujue mimi naye, nilikuwa nasonga mbali naye, sikujua sitapata mwingine anipende, nimechoka kusepa nisharudi unikubalie, nimechoka utarudi unikubalie. Yeye ananipenda, milele ananipenda. Yeye ananipenda, milele hata nilenga.
Ladies and gents, here's a button. Welcome to my past life, where music was my first life. Addicted to this flowing, cutting haters like a sharp knife. Wanted to blow, started to flow. Wanted the door till I had it no more. Wanted to blow that the one may know that dice is king wherever I go. But then I fell down, Christ got me back up. Showed me how to be a soldier and call him as my backup. If I ever got down, I shouldn't try to look back up. Cause on the mention of his name, all my worries get to back up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, Christ that I live for. God love for his people, love exclusive like I see for ministers among his people. I can sit in my peoples, and my features that they don't. I can say it are the people. So
Yeye ananipenda, milele ananipenda. Yeye ananipenda, milele hata nilenga. Kando ya maji matulivu aliniahidi mimi kuwa yatanituliza, nipanguze machozi, anivalishe na taji, ili niwe mmoja ya waliochaguliwa. Yeye ananipenda, milele ananipenda. Yeye ananipenda, milele hata nilenga. Yeye ananipenda, milele ananipenda. Yeye ananipenda, milele hata nilenga.
Wow. That is Ananipenda by Dice feature. Hata nafikiri nitairudia features na hapa kwa background because it's a nice jam, man.
Thank you, bro.
And that is Ananipenda.
Yes.
And this song is actually a nice song, actually done by Busy B.
Yes.
And looking at you here, sasa anaweza relate. I'm sure my listener now can yes, I don't remember. And so you're listening and you're watching him live. He's live on RFM 99.9.
Yes, sir.
And today we get to celebrate him. And today being Father's Day.
Yep.
Salute to you, Manze, for being a good dad.
Thank you very much.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very
And
much.
look at us now, we're reconnecting after so many years and we have so much to talk about. You know, I told people in the morning, leo ule guest niko naye tuko na mastori. Pahali tumetoka, we can talk for hours.
Yeah.
And amazingly, do you know we have actually done over 1 hour? Just having conversation.
Okay.
And na tunaweza endelea.
Na tunaweza zidi.
Tunaweza endelea kabisa because we have so much to talk about. There's so many things people can relate with. And the people we went to high school, when you tulikuwa tuna reach out for high school, today they are the business people.
Yes.
Today they are the parents, they are the young parents today.
Yes.
Today they are the entrepreneurs. Today they run these corporates and companies. Have you ever gone to a company, umeingia tu hivi, mostly insurance. Mi kama times mob nimeenda kulipa insurance. Unaingia hivi, weko mind yako unajua hapa hakuna msee najua. I remember one day nilikuwa Kericho. So nimeenda, I can't remember the name of that insurance company, agency. Nikaingia and I was just, nilikuwa frustrated juu insurance yangu inachapa. Sitaki kushikwa kwa highway juu huko si home. Nikaingia. Kuingia hivi na kutana na msee, Mike.
Alikujua tu hivyo tu.
Because ile za hi. Akambia, hey, you came to our school in Kitale.
Okay.
And that sorted me out. Like, niliingia nikakaa tu chini.
Yeah.
Huyo msee alizunguka huko kote akaniletea kila kitu nilikuwa nahitaji kwa desk.
Yeah.
Na on top of that akaleta chai yenye staff wanakunywa na kasnack hapo. Mimi niko zile za ala. kumbe what you used to do was never in vain.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and looking at that and seeing that and also remembering the challenges we went through tukienda hizi mashule.
Challenges ni mob.
My God, nakumbuka tukifukuzwa shule. Mi hata I think hiyo kufukuzwa nimefukuzwa sana. Alafu kutembea. Juu unatembea saa hizo umeitwa shule ingine iko huko ndani.
Na ujue hata iko wapi.
Hizo siku hakukuwa na bodaboda. Hakukuwa na ndudhi manze. Sasa
lazima ungoje hizo mabasi za huko ama watu za huko zijae.
Kanyaga. I remember one particular school in Mogotio. Tulienda na tinga.
Ilibidi mdandie tu.
Juu sasa tumetembea. Zile gari zilikuanga hizo siku zilikuwa naenda Elda Maravini. Sasa tumewekewa junction ya kuingia Mogotio. Unajua sasa junction ni ile ya Kabarak. Sijui panaitwa aje lakini tumewekwa hapo place kuna uzo asali.
Yes.
Shule iko kama iko mbali because I remember we walked for hours.
Na bado service inaendelea ama mlikuwa mnaenda?
Tulikuwa tunaenda mapema, ilikuwa weekend challenge, so ilikuwa ni zile we were going
after mtakuwa mmefika maybe.
So tumefika hapo around 11.
Yeah.
So we walked for 2 hours. Tumefika mahali kwa Masaiso Farms. Hakuna kitu tunaona, tinga ikatokea. Ambia msee manzeni aje tuweke tu hapo Mogotio.
Alikuwa anaenda hivyo.
Tukashikia Mogotio tukaingia hapo kwa mto kwanza
panguze mavumbi.
Tukajipanguza vumbi. Ma freshen up, touch ups kidogo alafu sasa tukaingia shule.
Yes.
Wametungojea. Kufika huko sasa ndio tunakutana kina Moze and tuko zile boss. Mlikuwa mnakuja huku.
Sasa hizo wale kama na gari, Moze alikuwa na gari.
Wamepaka hapo hivyo.
I know.
And looking at those days and coming, I remember hata kuna wakati nimeshikwa na kanjo. At one point nimeshikwa na kanjo. I think in Eldoret. Nikapelekwa kufika huko na kutamsea ananijua. And that is how niliachiliwa.
Hivyo tu. By the way,
I mean, nothing we ever did was in vain.
Yes.
Nothing we ever did. And so today we've had that moment of just kupiga story and going back in time. And it's amazing because it's refreshing.
It is.
It's refreshing. Even as we sip a cup of tea here, it's refreshing to hear and to see our journey and see how far we've come and how God has taken each and every one of us to different paths in life.
Yeah.
Others have become ministers of the gospel. Others have become entrepreneurs. Others have gotten into different careers on our kama bakery, kama Nashville.
Yeah, by the way,
aliingia kwa baking. He has amazing daughters by the way. Actually, one of the daughters anaimba. Sasa alikuwa anasema sasa tutarudi ile struggle
system ime recycle
man, and others have gotten into media kina Danko and everyone. And then now sisi tuko hapa hivi and we bless the Lord for this journey. We bless the Lord for everything he's been through. And I love what we just said hapo hivyo before we went on that musical break. That God amekuwa na wewe. That even no matter what has happened, yani what kept you going is the fact that God was with you.
Yes.
And looking back today, hata hizo kutembea zote atungeweza if God was not there.
Ni kweli.
Yeah, atungeweza. Would not even have made half of those trips if God was not with us. So guys, let's get to, even as we wind up right now, because I really need to honor your time.
Okay.
And what is that one thing you wish you were doing, but for some reason you're not doing it today? That either it's a dream you had, ama it's something you had you at one point ningependa kupursue this, but for some reason or the other you're not doing it. What's that one thing?
A radio presenter. Hiyo ni kitu nimeishi nikitaka kufanya. Hadi wasio niambia Dice, si uingie tu ende tu radio presenting, naambia by the way mimi siwezi mind. Naambia mazee unashindanga uko vlogs uko hapa hivi uko sawa kuongea nini but si you try. But sana ninapata kuna zile point wananiambianga unatumiwa hadi zile malinks unaambia there's this radio station send us sijui what.
Yes.
But I don't know why. I think ni kutulia tu but sijaipata hiyo opportunity. But sisemi kai itaja happen. I believe inaweza. I believe inaweza. But that's the one thing I've always wanted to do, to be a radio presenter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. And you know, funny thing, even for me to be here, is someone who bought my CD many years ago that owns this radio. Aya. Mimi nilikuja kuomba kazi kwani ulinyoa dread? zile za ala.
Hiyo ni kitambo gani?
And akaniambia so umekuja mimi ningependa kufanya hivi, naomba unipatie chance nifanye show ya gospel. Akaniambia anza kesho. Boss, sijui kuoperate machine.
I need to learn.
Akaniambia kuja nifunze, hii ni ya songs, hii ni ya mic. Hizo zingine utajifunza as time goes by. Saizi umenikuta peke yangu kwa
Here you are.
Na run everything on my own.
That's true, by the way.
And looking at all this, man, there's only God yani who can do things like this, man.
Very true.
Everything that you're doing today,
Yes.
the journey, the successes you're enjoying today,
Yes.
is as a result of a process that you went through.
Yeah.
And that process has brought out a new you. There's a new you today.
There is.
Looking back, what would you advise, what, if you were given a chance, what would you tell the 15-year-old Dice today?
The 15-year-old Dice?
Yeah.
If he was here?
Yes.
I'd tell him, you know what, since you are getting into this music industry and you're trying to achieve your goals, the best thing I'd actually ask you to do is just be disciplined in this journey of yours. Because it said, your talent will get you to the top, but only your character can sustain you there. You see?
Your talent will get you to the top,
but only your
only your
character.
character will sustain you there.
Yes.
Wow.
So I'd tell that Dice, because I remember back in school nilikuwa naambiwa na walimu juu sikuwa napenda masomo, vitabu nilikuwa tu muziki. Nambo, unadhani tumeona wasanii wangapi wakirise na wakifall? Wewe unadhani wewe ndiye wa kwanza? And they never believed it till that day they saw me on TV.
Yeah.
You see? So I'd also tell that Dice, you know what, no matter how many people criticize you or try to show you that you're not gonna make it, if you believe in yourself and pursue what you really want, you will get there. It doesn't matter how long, but as long as you hold on to your dream is still valid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Thank you, bro.
I'm curious about asking this next question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Okay.
If everything was stripped away today, everything you've ever done, music, ministry, everything you're even doing right now, who do you think Dice would be?
If I wasn't doing any of those?
If all that was taken away, saizi ungekuwa?
Hey, quite honestly, I think ningekuwa plumber. I think ningekuwa plumber. So after shule mazee buda alikuwa ananiambia wewe si nikupeleke ufanye plumbing. Alafu anatumia example ya baba ya boy wangu. Unaangi venye umse venye yuko anapata ma contract. Sasa hiyo time unaambiwa mazee niko zile plumbing. Hapana. But if I had nothing of that I have right now, I think I'd be a plumber. Yes.
Wow.
Ningekuwa nawatengenezea maji huku.
Ungekuwa endo unajua.
Ningekuwa naitwa Kega wa Maspana. Wa mai. Yeah.
Wow. I think this is going to be second last question I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Knowing if you knew then what you know now, what would you do differently?
I'd have made better decisions other than kukuwa na kiburi. I'd have related with people in a better way than the way I used to in a proud way. I'd have been more prayerful than the way I was back then. I would have not thought that things are happening out of my own strength, but through God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Man. Manze leo umeni bless manze. Today, yani, I think for me, I'd say this was for me. This is more for me than for anyone else who's watching. I think I will keep watching this video to remind me of my journey, because we, even off air, we are talking about so many things then tunajikumbusha
zile kweli vitu mob.
Yani
ni mob.
And you know, for me, you see, back in the day, me, I'm from Nakuru. I'm born and raised in Nakuru. So hata wakati mlikuwa mnakuja, we always used to say wasanii wametoka na hii. Hawa mashida zile si tunapitia hapa. Au hawana story ya fair sisi vile tunangangana hapa ati nimekuja hii shule na sale ya leo ndio fair yangu, ndio dishi, ndio rent, ndio nini.
Tulikuwa tunapatana, unapata hata umeuliza mzee, wewe by the way uko na do extra niongeze nitakupatia after show. Mnasaidiana, kuna watu walikuwa na kama mashida hapo hivyo, lakini hatuwezi show bana.
True. And looking at that journey and coming to this far is indeed God. It can only be God.
It's only God.
Hatuwezi kuwa tumekam this. Alafu God hawezi kuwa ametuweka this far in vain.
Yeah, that's true.
There is definitely a purpose. Pengine you're raising a minister na utakuwa unamshow journey yako. And you know, for us in life kazi yetu ni kama relay, ni ku hand over the baton.
That's true.
Hawezi hand over the baton kama hujaenda hiyo mile. Ndio huyo mwenye unapatia aendelee. Hata anza huko nyuma kwenye tulianzia kwa kufukuzwa. Wewe sasa utamhand over ile, sasa wewe sasa shika.
Yes,
endelea. Nda hand over baton kwa son wangu ama mtoto wangu. Aendelee from where mimi nimefika.
Yeah.
The same way my old man alinipatilia baton kutoka pale yeye alifika. Na mimi nisonge. So definitely as life goes on, the next generation is supposed to be easier as we go on with life. And I thank God so much for this journey. I'm excited that I got to have this moment with you.
Thank you.
I know we reconnected on Facebook many years later. Unajua we've been friends by the way. Actually nilikutumia friend request tukiwa hiyo shule ya Gilgil.
Hiyo time?
Yes, hiyo siku tukiwa nawe hapo. I think nilikuwa na Samsung fulani. Kabaton, lakini kalikuwa na internet. Sijui kama hizo simu zao exist anymore.
Nakumbuka yote tulikuwa na mazimu zingine.
Kalikuwa Kabaton hivi, lakini kalikuwa na internet. Ukaniambia ni aje, mimi naitwa Kega. Haraka nimekutumia request cheki a story ikaishia. And you accept and life went on. And looking back today and seeing that today we are seated together many years later and having conversation on radio about this journey. It's amazing. It shows yani there's nothing in vain. Na kama hapa hivi kwa show na kuanga na mantra moja, you can never serve the most high and remain the most low. You can never serve the most high. And this is an encouragement to everyone who's serving God in any capacity today.
You can never serve. Okay. Yon kali.
Anyone who's serving God in any capacity today, I want you to know that you can never serve the most high and remain the most low. Let this be an encouragement. If you're just joining us right now, ndio tunamalizia, please go back on the video and watch it. We'll make sure that it is on my channel pale for YouTube. Just go back and watch it over and over. Share with your friends and let them be encouraged by this story. This is an amazing man and we get to celebrate you. And one of the things I do here is I get to celebrate you. E-segment naito celebrating. I believe in giving people their flowers when they can still smell them. I believe in honoring people when they can receive it. Tuli honor Kaberere kama ashaenda.
Kweli.
Tulisema yeye ni mzuri, yeye alikuwa fiti, nini alini inspire. Tukaandika story mingi kwa Facebook kama haezi soma. And we've done the same for so many other people. But I always say, Mimi, I'll give people their flowers when they can still smell them. And I want to say thank you very much for saying yes even before you knew what it would cost you. It is because of what you do that somebody else's life is changed. Kuna mtu ako mahali kwenye wewe hautai kanyaga. Kuna mse uliuzianga CD high school akaenda akapea best yake kwa kijiji yao, place wewe hata hautawahi kanyaga in life. But that music became a blessing to them. And you never know, mse anaweza kuwa raise ministry kubwa sana huko kwao through the ministry you did. I got reached by a song by the UN ambassador and I can't remember who mwingine alikuwa anaitwa nani, nikiwa mlevi kwetu huko Dondori.
Kwa sikia ndio sasa ukadecide
nikaokoka through ministry ya hiyo wimbo. Daddy UN tulikuja ku meet many years later, still doing school ministry and ambassador tukifanya tunaenda children's homes once in a while. So during that humanitarian activity I met with ambassador and hao hawaku wananijua, but many years later, many years before that walikuwa wameniministia nikiwa mlevi chakari. ni kwa ule mse analewa analala kwa mitaro. Ni kwa yani ule mse right
For real?
kijiji yetu mimi nilikuwa kila mtu anaambiwa usikuweka ule. Usikuweka Mike. Hata nisiwahi kuona mmesimama na yeye. But look at God. Saizi wanaambia kwa wakuwe mimi. And all that is because of somebody's ministry who said yes.
Yeah.
And so even for you, thank you for saying yes even before you knew what it would cost you.
Yeah.
Somebody's life was changed for real, and today I celebrate you.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And even as we finish this, how can people reach you? Sasa jiuze kabisa.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who would like to follow me on Facebook, my name is Dice Kega. That's DICEKEGA. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's still the same Dice Kega, DICEKEGA. Yeah, I have a new FB YouTube page. It's also Dice Kega. Basically, all my handles are Dice Kega, Dice Kega, Dice Kega. As for my modeling agency, for those maybe mungetaka tukuje kwa harusi zenu, maybe events zenu na mnataka photography, mnaingia tu Facebook and you just write Dice Online Agency and Photography. Then you can check out our work and we'd be honored to serve you guys. So basically those are my handles, guys. Yes.
Nice. How to see if I can actually get people to the YouTube channel is right there. Please go over and subscribe.
Yeah.
As you
kindly.
Can see, mimi nisha subscribe, you see.
Shukran. Niliona by the way jana.
I always do that, make sure that I subscribe. I also want you guys to subscribe. He's also a marketer, a vlogger, and on these videos unaona hapo, he's marketing some houses in Thika and a nice, very nice hotel you can go to holiday with.
Every Sunday I normally visit different types of hotels, so I showcase the type of foods they have. And in case, so that because I also want to do a certain business of taking guys for camping and traveling to different hotels. At least ndo hata nikienda niko najua prices za hizi vitu.
True.
So yeah.
And so that is the channel. Go over and subscribe. Go to Facebook, Dice Kega. Jina ni hiyo. Instagram, Ivo. And let's support, let's build our own because saizi we have to support this amazing man when he can still enjoy it. Hatutagoja mpaka afike 90 huko ndio tunaenda firirida. No, tunafanya saa hii. Go over there, check out his music. If you're doing TikTok challenges, chukua music yake, do your TikTok challenge with it. Let's support, let's rebuild, let's build and support our very own. Dice,
yes, sir.
Thank you very much for coming to the Spice Show.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Mimi nimeenjoy yangu yote. For me, this has been a reunion. This has been a very good reunion.
It has.
And on Father's Day, manze, this is amazing. This is definitely timely, and I'm excited that I've gotten to have this moment with you.
Likewise.
And ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Spice Show. We have about 29 minutes to go to end the show. And so, today being Father's Day, I want to celebrate some amazing fathers who lead worship at ICC. And I'm talking about MC Dice. Unakumbuka MC
Big up
Dice?
MC Dice. By the way, Dice, you follow status zangu.
Big up MC Dice. Big up Manolo. Big up Manasseh. Big up Noel. Wacha tusikize wimbo. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is the Spice Show.
Yeah.
This morning we just want to give our Lord a song worship. We want to bless him. So wherever you are, go ahead and put those hands together and give him a shout if you're able. Let's go, let's go. Hey. Everybody. Shangwe na vigelegele kwa Yesu.